Hey, this is Bill. So, on today's episode of Bill's Wonderful Cooking, I wanted to do something which I don't do very often, and this is like a really lousy time. But I wanted to make what's one of my old-time favorites called crab imperial. And of course, you know, lump crab meat's like through the roof right now cost. So I finally found some on sale. I've been waiting like forever to do this. When I was a kid, we used to go to Ocean City, Maryland, and there was this like takeout place, and that's what I would always get. And I liked the concept, but there, of course, they would like bread it and maybe deep fry it. Not exactly sure, I was pretty young, but I just thought it was really cool. So I found this recipe, and it's really pretty simple. Once you get over the cost of lump, I prefer to use jumbo lump, but yeah, that would have been a car payment. So instead, I decided I'd use just the regular lump, and it'll be just as good. We just want to be careful when we fold it in that we don't want to tear it all up. Okay, so we're going to do that at the end. So the first thing we have to do is make that binding agent. And the thing about crab imperial is it uses mayonnaise. All right, so let's get started. I don't break something here. First, I got an egg. If you wanted to make it a little richer, you could use the egg, the yolk only. I don't know, I think this is pretty darn good. And there's not a whole lot of binding agent in this, so let's keep it real. So I just want to get this a little kind of mixed up here. Alright, so the secret ingredient, I use a little bit of honey, just a squirt, less than a teaspoon. And I like this is orange blossom honey. It's local here in Florida, and I think it gives a little of that citrus to it. So why do we use a sweetener? Well, just like salt, sweet also enhances flavor. So we just want that little bit in here. So make sure it's blending in. That's it. All right, so what else do I got? I need a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and you gotta use the powdered stuff, not the liquid. Liquid just for like crab oil. That's all blended. All right, now I need half a cup of mayonnaise. This is the main binding agent. Handy dandy spatula I got on sale somewhere, I don't know, but I really like it. Oh, it already looks really good. Okay, so what else do I need? I need to get a little bit of lemon juice. I'll show you this little trick I learned. Lemons, limes, doesn't matter. Always squeeze it into something else just in case you get a seed. So these squeezers are really cool. It's got two places, one's for limes, one's for lemons. Put this in, and it's pretty good about keeping the seeds out. I just want to get a little squirt in here. I only need about a tablespoon, maybe a hair more. I figure it's about the juice of half a lemon. Lemons haven't been really huge lately, so that seems to work. So I'm going to call that's probably about a tablespoon and a half. I'm going to pour about half of it in, check consistency. A little bit more. So it really is about a tablespoon. All right, what else? I got some parsley when I chopped up this morning. Fold this in. Not too much. A little color. Not trying to beat anything, I'm just trying to get a good mix. Okay. I usually have a measuring cup when I'm whisking. I always like to keep my stuff clean. All right, so now I've got this great binder. Now what do I do? So I got myself a pound of the lump crab meat, which is 2 8-ounce cans, and I wanted to get as much liquid out as I could. Well, having it sit in the refrigerator for 5 minutes, yeah, just a little more liquid. So what I want to do is I'm just take a paper towel, and I really want to get this out. I really want to keep this as dry as possible. And that's why I don't like to break it up. I like to keep it in these little mounds because all that liquid just comes right down. Okay, beautiful. Now, what am I going to do with this? So, I need to get myself a little spatula here. Just want to kind of gently break this up. Trying to be really gentle. It's pretty well. Now the reason I'm doing this first is because I want to fold the crab meat as little as possible. I want to work it as little as possible. And if by some chance I had too much binder, I don't want too much in here or it would be really hard to manage. So I'm going to put about 3/4. I know it's pretty close, just to see. I'm just going to do a little fold. I know I always like to stick my arm in the way of the camera, right? Good consistency. Really enjoying how that binder's working out. Okay. And I'm going to say I need almost all the rest. Let's see. That's what we want. I've got all the crab meat now separated. And I've got that's beautiful. Beautiful. And I mean, literally, I didn't use a couple ounces, so we called that pretty close. But you see, I'm afraid if I had put that in the other way around, we'd have just a little too much extra. And I'm still going to kind of poke around the corners. And when I'm making these, I might go, I need more, but I don't think so. I think we got this pretty darn good. All right. So what are we gonna do with it? That's the fun part. Got these really cool ramekins. And what I like about them is the shape. They're kind of low, so I'm going to make these little like kind of loaves. And there's really about enough for 3 good-sized servings. Or 2 people could split one as a side. So first, I just want to see, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to get a spoon, kind of get it formed a little bit. And if you're unsure, you can always get the old scale trick. I use it all the time. You want to keep them pretty even. Because we know when you have kids, you got to do that, right? Can't have a bigger piece of cake. Or have you ever noticed how they can't cut pizza evenly these days? The kids have to fight over what piece is theirs. Or uneven toppings, that's almost as bad. Okay. This. Oops. I'm doing this, I'm doing everything left-handed. I don't know why. This is the short. Good to last drop. Okay. So I'm going to kind of take these one at a time. So I got my oven at 350. And I want to get these heated just to get a little brown on them. You see if they look pretty? Oh, so pretty. Just gonna go around, and I just want to keep it kind of clumped together so that when it cooks, and it help it cook evenly, it's gonna help with the presentation. Because we see what we eat before we taste it. That's a big influence on us. And you know, if you're one of those kind of people, you can certainly sprinkle a little paprika on top for prettiness. It's really not necessary. All right, so here we go. What I'm gonna do, put these on a baking sheet. We're gonna do 350. I'm gonna need to do it for probably 25 minutes. These are pretty good size lumps of crab, and I think they look really pretty. And so I'm going to see right back here when I pull these out of the oven. So stay tuned for a commercial break. See you back. All right, as you can see, 25 minutes later, I've got this crab imperial. I just took it out of the oven. It's 350 degrees. It just smells really good. I just like the way it all comes together. There's not a lot of binder in here. It's just a lot of really fresh crab meat. All the flavors are just, and I got that nice little brown to it on the top and around the base. I wish you could smell it. It really does smell good. I think that this is kind of an elegant, decadent thing to do. I know that, you know, some people like to kind of pour it into a regular like ramekin to bake. I like the openness of it because I really don't want it to get too much of that binder. You can probably can't see it from there, but what I see is that the egg and the binders all kind of puffed up. It just the smell. I can't believe it. And there's a little color, a little bit of Italian parsley. I just think this is really makes you drool. Anyway, as I always say, as a broken record, really try some of these things. You know, get out, do stuff in the kitchen. You know, it's really meant to be used for cooking, not for eating up frozen food. And all this stuff is simple. I know this one's a little more extravagant. It just happened to fall into place because I found crab meat on sale. And you know, I kind of always keep a mental list of what do I really want to do, but I need to wait until it's the right season, I got the right stuff, whatever. Believe it or not, I do try and keep most everything I do pretty low budget. Go to the big warehouse stores to buy some of the stuff that I use. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to promote, you know, anything that's not my job, but you know, pretty much you can substitute anything you want when I talk about these recipes. So certainly, I really appreciate. I do get comments. A lot of them are good. They're all good actually. Even if it's helpful advice, it's good. I want you to subscribe, of course. Ring the little bell so you get notifications. Try this stuff. Get your family. If you got growing kids, you know, nothing like getting them in the kitchen, because guess what? One day they're going to be in college and you're going to need to know how to do this because they can't eat out every night. Or, you know, eventually maybe they'll even get married. And you really need to know how to cook because you can't afford anything after that. So this is really fun. This is the way I like it. It's my style. And like I said, just get out there and have some fun with it. And if you did want, I like the way this came out. I wouldn't want to kill it in anything, but I will tell you, you know, if you have to, some of my friends are like adamant that you gotta put a little fresh lime juice, squeeze it on there. Well, fine, be it. I have my lemon squeezer right there, and you just run a little over. But I think you're gonna find that tablespoon of lemon juice that I put in there is gonna be enough of the citrus. All right, so have fun, try it. See you next time.